Hi, this is Pastor John Barnes here at Lincoln Charter Elementary School. Just wanted to give you a little read from this book here. We have Clifford Visits the Hospital. As we're going through this crisis period of time, we just want to keep you guys motivated, keep you guys informed. Reading is fundamental, and we want you to keep doing it. Even though school's over, you're still having school at home, and we just want to make sure that you continue on in what you're supposed to be doing. So we're going to read this story to you. Again, it's called Clifford Visits the Hospital. It says, I am Emily Elizabeth, and this is my dog Clifford. When he was a puppy, Clifford went to the hospital. Clifford wasn't sick. He went accidentally. My grandma was in the hospital, and Mom made some cookies for her. Clifford loved cookies. When we weren't looking, he jumped into the basket. So here's Clifford here, and he jumped into the basket, and they took him to the hospital. It says, at the hospital, Grandma thanked us for the treat. Then she said she'd like something to read while she munched a cookie. So Mom and I went down to the gift shop to get her a magazine. So there's Grandma in bed with the cookies, and they're leaving to go get her something to read. What a surprise. Grandma loved having Clifford come to visit her, but dogs are not allowed in the hospital. Suddenly, Grandma's heart heard footsteps. The nurse was coming. What would the nurse do when she saw Clifford? So here's Grandma surprised at seeing Clifford in the basket, but now she hears the nurse coming and she's wondering what she's going to do when she gets there. So luckily the nurse didn't see him. He was too small. The nurse had come to check Grandma's pulse and take her temperature. So here's Grandma hiding Clifford under her arm, and then the nurse comes to take her temperature and her pulse. To Clifford, the thermometer looked like a stick of peppermint candy. Ugh, that was not candy. It tasted like medicine. So here's Clifford looking at what was happening to Grandma, and he got his tongue on it. But of course, the nurse had cleaned it, and now it tastes like hand sanitizer. Grandma didn't have a chance to tell the nurse that the dog had just licked the thermometer. Yuck. The nurse had to give Grandma a shot. That's when Clifford decided to leave. He hates needles. So here now Grandma had to take the thermometer that Clifford just licked and get her temperature checked. And then here Clifford's diving off the bed because he sees the needle that the nurse is getting ready to stick into Grandma. Clifford zigzagged through people's feet in the busy hallway. He sped around a corner and dashed through an open door. So here he is running through the people's feet, and here he is the doorway that he ran into. The children were amazed to see a small red puppy in the hospital. The children had lots of fun playing with Clifford. Clifford was having fun too, and here he is in the room with the children, and here he is playing with the children. Some girls started to dress him up like a doll. Clifford couldn't wait to get out of there. So here the girls grabbed him up and started dressing him, and there he is escaping from the girls. Clifford was in such a hurry he didn't look where he was going. What a mess. So Clifford ran out the hallway into an orderly and knocked over his food carton. Food went all over the floor. One of the children came to the rescue. He found a nice, safe place for Clifford. So one of the children came out of the room and grabbed Clifford and stuck him over in a bassinet in the nursery. Clifford liked the nursery. He kept very still. A proud new father came to the window and asked to see his beautiful baby. Uh-oh. So Clifford's in the nursery and he's lying still in the bed, but now the dad came to see his baby and Clifford's in that nursery. That's not my little boy, the father said. Everyone was upset. A nurse rushed out to find the man's real baby. The baby had been with his mother all along. Just then, Mom and I came back from the gift shop. We told the nurse and doctor that we would take Clifford home right away after we said goodbye to Grandma. So here's the father looking and seeing Clifford in his bassinet where his son's supposed to be. But he was with his mom all the time. And here's the doctor and nurses bringing Clifford back to the little girl and her mom. So Grandma was sorry that Clifford couldn't stay, but she was happy with the new dog we found her in the gift shop. This one wouldn't run away. So here's Clifford with Grandma, but here's the new puppy that they got for Grandma to stay with her. And then it says, now Clifford goes to the hospital from time to time to visit his friends and make them feel better. Good old Clifford. And there's Clifford all grown up, going back and forth to the hospital, visiting his friends that he made at the hospital. And that concludes our little story for right now. We miss you guys so much. See a few of you from time to time when you come to pick up breakfasts and lunches. But remember to stay in contact with your friends on the phone, emails, text messages. Keep your social distancing 6 feet. If you can reach out and touch somebody, you're too close to them, so back away from them a little bit. We know it's going to be a while. It's probably going to be up into the summer, but we'll get there together. We believe, you believe, I believe in Lincoln Charter School.